What is up, YouTube? It's Kingfisher745 and welcome to your daily dose of beta day 10. I'm happy to say in this video we will have all 5 daily battles, but we will be starting from 42 wins. So yeah, that's a pretty odd number, but as you know, we weren't able to get all 5 wins because of errors. With that being said, I'm going to do another Q&A for this video, and our first question comes from It's Jameo GR. They ask, Wolverine versus Iron Fist, who wins? Well, in game it's going to be Iron Fist, and I'm guessing he'll also win in the comics right now because they're trying to kill Wolverine off. If you would have asked me this question at any other point in my life, I would have 100% said Wolverine. I've always been a huge fan of the character, and I really don't like what they're trying to do with him right now. You know, the whole death thing. Next, Ernest Lau wants to know, is there a poor man's group boss guide? I'd say yes and no because there's not one specifically, but truthfully all you need is Iron Man, which everyone has. Simply spam his Unibeam and use heroes or items to restore his stamina and health, and you should be able to do quite a bit of damage to the group boss. Next we have a Triforce of questionage. First, am I still playing Spider-Man Unlimited, and what do I think of the game? Yes, I'm still playing it and I absolutely love it. I also plan on making more videos about it, and I'll post those on my second channel. Secondly, do I think PvP lockbox characters will come back, and if no, why? I do think they'll come back because everything in this game seems to, and the reason would be money. At the end of the day, this game has to make money, and one way to do that is to bring back old characters and weapons. And finally, how did you learn about MAA, and when did you start playing? I learned about this game when my best friend started playing it, and so he basically introduced me to the game. I started the game during the second Spec Ops, and I got really serious during Ghost Riders. So yeah, I have been playing for a while. I also think I may have made my first video during that Spec Ops as well. Next, Hamadri Roy wants to know, can you please tell me how to block mental anguish during group boss fights? Well, there are a few things that you can do. One, you can use the Mystic to prevent debuffs, and then knock out the enemy minions before they get a chance. 2, you can use characters that are immune like Juggernaut and Magneto. You can try Invisible Woman with her E-ISO and shields. Or another great way is to use Iron Fist, then use his Praying Lotus and prevent debuffs. I know they can be very frustrating and I wish there were easier ways to deal with them. Next, Mr. X867 wants to know, if you could get any Marvel villain to be playable, who would it be? Well, actually, Mr. Sinister came to mind first, but also Sauron. They both look incredible in-game, and I think their abilities could be a lot of fun. Next, Oscar says, how epic would it be to have a Marvel Zombies Spec Ops? And I know this wasn't really a question, but I think it would be the most epic Spec Ops ever. The zombies are hilarious, and I think they would be so cool in-game, plus you could give everyone an ult, but I know that would be so much work for the devs. Who knows though, maybe someday, and I would take even a handful of zombie alternates. Cyber5950 asks, if you could be a Marvel hero, what powers would you have? Well, actually, I think I would take super speed. You could get things done really fast and move around wherever you wanted, basically in an instant. Who would be my love interest? Well, I guess Mary Jane Watson. And what team would I try to join? I would actually be a lone wolf. I would be a one-man wolf pack. Who's my favorite Marvel heroine, and would I date them? Well, I guess Miss Marvel, and yes, I definitely would. Angel wants to know, do I think Hawkeye should be refactored? Well, I think you actually make a pretty good point. He could use some changes. I don't think he's weak, but he does really rely on his proc. So for example, if he does end up getting extra shots, he can obliterate an enemy. But if he doesn't, well then he's just mediocre. Clown Kingdom commented, King, love your videos. Thank you very much. Here is my question. If they were to make this game with DC characters, would you play it? Yes, I would definitely play that game. I'm not saying I would love it as much as a Marvel-based game, but it would be way up there. Next, Edwin Marrero asks, what ults do you want, and why can't they put in Silver Surfer? Well, you actually mentioned a bunch of the ults that I would love to have in this game. All the ones you wrote about would be incredible, especially Iron Spider, Cosmic Spider-Man, and definitely Agent Ibbot's favorite, Scarlet Spider. To be honest with you, there's a ton of ults that I would like in the game, But just to go ahead and save on time, I'm going to say my most wanted alt would be the Horseman of Death Gambit. Next, Argast113 asked, who will win, Red Hulk or Doomsday? I'd say Doomsday because, well, he killed Superman. Kind of. Major Gary says, hey King, why is your voice so sexy? Well, I don't know, but I can tell you I am losing it in this video. But it'll come back, I just need to sleep. 01 Seraph wants to know, hi KF, oh and basically why do I use Infiltrator Gamora instead of Tactician? Yes, the reason is because I'm more likely to face a Tactician and then I can give her combat reflexes. So yes, it's all about that counterattack and damage boost. Oh, and before we move on to what I think is going to be the final question, I did forget to answer that part about the Silver Surfer. Edwin wanted to know why I thought it would be tough to put the Surfer in the game. Well, whenever I see a cosmic being, or someone with cosmic powers like the Silver Surfer, I tend to see them on a different level, much higher than most of the heroes in the game. So I guess in my mind I question how are they going to balance it out and make it so this character works. But to be honest with you, it's not like we haven't fought Thanos, as well as other insanely powerful villains, and we do already have very tough heroes as well as villains in the game. So I mean, there's no real reason to keep Surfer out. Then for the final question, is the Shepherd Staff worth 83 gold? No, I don't think it is. In fact, I would tell you the pass. Now it's especially bad in beta because you're giving up one of your agent's turns. But even outside of beta, it sees very little use anymore. I've had it since I built it, and I've barely used it in the last few seasons. There are much better items out there, so it's not worth an equipment slot or 83 gold. So yeah, I'm sorry I won't be able to make a video on it in time, but it is a definite pass. It's not terrible, it's just not worth that price, and it's not worth an equipment slot. And that's going to bring us to the end of this video. I would like to thank you all for watching, and ask you to please like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, good luck, and take care.